Now let's take on, ready for this? The interconnectivity of all life on Earth. That very big topic is the subject of a new documentary narrated by more than 100 celebrities. Unity looks at why we can't all get along and why we should. It's being screened at special events around the country tomorrow night. You can see it at Tinseltown or Regal Henrietta. Director Shaun Monson told me all about it. How do you summarize this film to people when you're explaining it to them?
Well, there's a tagline in the film. It's on our poster for the film, and the line is "Not the same, but equal." Not the same, but equal. And this is really the take-home message of unity. Clearly, life on this planet is expressed in multitudinous ways. Life is just expressed as plants, as animals, as insects, as humans, and within those categories, if you will, there's multifaceted variations there. This is nothing new. For whatever reason, humankind has preferences for some forms of life over others, and they even cultivate compassion and love for those preferences while at the same time violence or aggression toward the others. We call this separation based on form. Separation based on form, which goes back to slavery, women fighting for the right to vote, equal rights, animal rights, environmental rights. Anytime one group is exercising dominion over another group, some sort of separation. So the whole point of the film was to shine a light on this, on these contrasts, and ask the viewers why they feel the need to love some but not others. That's the point of it.
So, the million-dollar question,
yeah.
What's the answer?
Right. Well, the answer is to look outside that, is to look outside this this preference, which is probably taught, number one, or based on geography, where one was born, and ask ourselves if we really want world peace. If we truly want world peace, what can I do to be more peaceful with everybody I come across? It's a tall order, but it's something we all are hoping for and striving for. And I think that capacity exists. I really do believe that we aren't just primal, violent, biological organisms with no capacity for something greater, or even enlightenment, if you will. So the film is asking viewers to lean away from the primal view of life and into more of a loving view of life. And it's not, you know, all foo-foo-y. I mean, when you see it, it's a pretty strong message, and it shows where we're at and how far we've come, but also where we could be.
Okay, so not only have you tackled this big, huge question,
Yes.
you go big or go home, because not only are you tackling that big question, you also have 100 different celebrities involved. This says from Dr. Dre to Joaquin Phoenix
Right.
to Helen Mirren to Moby. Now, are they narrators,
Right.
or are they a part of trying to answer the questions that you're posing in this?
No, they're narrators, just like you'd see with a traditional documentary with a single narrator. But the point was, because it's unity, the idea was to have a chorus of voices instead of your traditional one voice, and to bring in different and diverse, you know, young, old, black, white, gay, straight, fat, skinny. I mean, none of it mattered, you know, none of the perceptions mattered, and weave all those voices together, which was ambitious and time-consuming, but I thought it was effective.
Is that part of the reason why this took at least 7 years to create?
It's certainly a big part of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you go to 100 people's houses. It takes some time to schedule it, organize it, record it, come back and synthesize it and weave it together. I mean, at one point, to be honest, I thought maybe 100 was, you know, that expression, man's reach extends his grasp, you know. At times I was worried that it was too much, but ultimately I thought it was so beautiful to have voices, multiple voices be like music, you know, a symphony of voices instead of a single note or just one voice.
So Unity is playing for our viewers locally Wednesday at Tinseltown and Regal Henrietta. Is this something that you go with a friend and you schedule coffee afterwards to digest and talk about.
Sure, sure. Absolutely. I mean, just seeing, a lot of people don't see documentaries in theaters. I know that. I have no illusions about that. But, if you see one documentary this year, I would obviously ask people to see Unity, but to see it in a theater, to experience it in a theater, in an uninterrupted viewing, surrounded by strangers, essentially, is the perfect atmosphere to see something, a message like this.
Well, you've done it. Congratulations, and Unleashed to the World coming up on Wednesday. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.